My boss fired me after 20 years of service. He laughed and said, "Good luck cashing those 50,000 worthless shares." He slid a waiver in front of me. I just slid it back unsigned. The CFO went pale and whispered to the CEO, "Without that signature, her shares have voting power over the $150 million merger. You didn't fire an employee. You created a new majority owner. I spent 20 years at Nextcore. 20 years. I was there when we operated out of a strip mall office next to a bowling alley. I was there when the team was 5 people sharing 2 desks. I ran payroll by hand, negotiated every vendor contract, onboarded every new hire like they were family. Back in 2003, when nobody thought we'd last 6 months, they offered me stock options. Most people laughed them off. I didn't. I read every word, signed the paperwork, and locked the certificates in a safe. Then I forgot about them. The company grew. People cashed out during funding rounds. But me? I just held. Not because I was smart. I genuinely forgot they existed. Fast forward to last month. New CEO Marcus has been here 2 years. Slick hair, expensive shoes, calls everything legacy infrastructure like it's a disease. He stopped learning my name after week 1, called me Diane, then Donna, then just stopped talking to me entirely. Then came the company-wide email. Strategic evolution. Preparing for our next chapter. Translation, we're being acquired. $150 million private equity deal. Big payout for Marcus and his executive bros, and me, buried in the footnotes. Operational responsibilities will be consolidated under incoming leadership. I was being erased. Friday at 5 p.m., I got the meeting invite. Quick alignment chat, no agenda. I walked into conference room C. Marcus sat there grinning like a game show host. Next to him, Kelly from HR clutched the manila folder like it might explode. "Sarah," Marcus said, finally got my name right, "we really appreciate your 2 decades here, but we're heading in a new direction. Streamlining. You understand?" He slid the folder across. Standard termination letter, severance, COBRA, and buried inside, a waiver of shareholder rights. "This," I pointed at the clause. Marcus shrugged. "Legal formality. Those old shares won't even buy coffee once the merger closes." Kelly giggled nervously. I'd seen enough shady paperwork to know when someone's hiding something. This waiver wasn't casual. It was desperate. I set down the pen. "I'll need time to review this." Marcus leaned forward, fake concerned. Sure. Just need everything wrapped by Monday." I slid the folder back. "I won't be signing anything today. Further communication should go through my attorney." Silence. Marcus blinked. Kelly's smile froze. I stood up and walked out. That weekend, I dug out my old safe, found those dusty stock certificates from 2003 to 2006, found shareholder agreements, board minutes, and one document from 2007. Amendment to shareholder agreement. Minority veto protections. I did the math. Most early shareholders had sold out or let their rights expire. But me, I'd never sold, never transferred, never waived anything. Turns out I owned 3.4% to 4% of Class A shares. And according to that 2007 clause, any legacy shareholder holding over 2.5% had veto power over major corporate transactions, including mergers. Marcus didn't just fire me to cut costs. He fired me to eliminate an obstacle. Without my signature, the entire $150 million deal was dead in the water. Monday, they started panicking. Emails, calls, threats disguised as legal implications. I ignored everything. By Thursday, the acquiring firm called an emergency board meeting. I walked in with my attorney. We placed one black folder in front of the acquisition team. Every document proving my voting rights were intact. The lead counsel from the PE firm went pale. "Why wasn't this disclosed?" Marcus stammered. "She's not even an employee anymore. She's a shareholder." The counsel snapped. "You misrepresented your cap table. This is a material breach." Then she turned to Marcus and delivered the kill shot. "By firing her, you stripped away her fiduciary duty to the company. Now she can act solely in her own interest. You didn't fire an employee. You created a hostile voting bloc." Marcus looked at me like I'd grown a second head. The board chair asked, "What do you want, Miss Whitmore?" I slid over my terms. Revised payout for legacy shareholders. Marcus's golden parachute canceled. A formal statement clearing my record. Marcus exploded. "This is extortion!" The CFO cut him off. "It's this or no deal." They signed everything. As I stood to leave, Marcus was staring at the table. His $3 million bonus evaporated. I looked him in the eye and said, "Good luck with your next strategic evolution, Marcus." Then I walked out with my shares, my payout, and my dignity.